Okay, I'm going to show you how to use track wrestling to keep track of how Aspen's doing at the tournament tonight and tomorrow. So I'm going to start by going to Track Wrestling, www.trackwrestling.com, and go ahead and slide down here to Popular Tournaments. I'm going to click on More Tournaments because tonight when they have loaded our tournament in here, you're going to have to search for it. So when you get to this tournaments page, go ahead and click on the box that says search and then put in today's date and state, and then go ahead and hit search, and it'll pull up the tournaments that are occurring in Washington State. We are the SPSL North District and Girls Sub-Regional. For whatever reason, they haven't got us loaded yet. See this WIAA emblem over here? It's green, kind of got a circle on it. That indicates that it's a Washington State sanctioned high school tournament. These other ones imply that it's a Washington State Wrestling Association tournament, which is a private club. So you're going to be looking for this green mark, and it will be SPSL, South Puget Sound League, District and Sub-Regional. So we aren't seeing it right now, and this one isn't actually ready for us to load yet either. So what I wanted to do is open a tournament that is open and occurring right now so that you can see what it's going to look like. So I'm going to go to Utah Youth Super State because apparently they are underway right now on Friday morning at 11 a.m. So when you first log in once you've found the SPSL North, so it should be, I'm sorry, did I mention North? SPSL North Sub-Regional is what you're looking for. There are going to be two going on today, SPSL North and SPSL South, and they'll probably both appear on here. We're North. So once you log in, you'll see this track wrestling thing. Go ahead and click here to verify that you'd like to watch the tournament. Now there's no video feed or anything like that, but what it tells you is who's coming up next, how the teams are doing, and who's won. So what I like to do is filter by team, because I always like to see how Tahoma is doing all together. So I would go down and I'd slide to Tahoma and click on the Tahoma team, and then it'll filter just out the Tahoma teams. Now this tournament's gigantic. It's got, it looks like at least 60 teams in it. Ours is going to have like 12. So it'll be a smaller tournament than this. This looks like a private tournament. So you can pick the Tahoma team. If you want to, you can pick just the specific wrestler, and you'll find Aspen's name alphabetically by last name. And you can click on him, and it'll just track his tournament or his matches if you want. And then what it'll do is basically tell you who's wrestling and what the points are at any given moment in the match. So here on this main page, it'll tell you who's wrestling, and it'll keep track of the points. And then if you've selected a team, it'll tell you how the team's doing. So you can see all these wrestlers lined up. So they're telling you who's coming up next, and you'll see that ours, like I said, won't be quite as big because we have a smaller. This is just districts, so it's a smaller set of teams. Okay, and then let's see what else is here. So you can pick the team, Tahoma. You can pick the wrestler if you only want to see updates for Aspen, and that'll be probably an hour and a half apart. They're probably going to start tonight at 106, and Aspen's 182. So he's only got 3 weight classes that are heavier than him. So he'll be the 11th weight class to go. They're running 4 mats, so it'll probably take about an hour at least to get to him. So probably somewhere between 4:30 and 5:30, he'll be wrestling his first match. And then probably an hour and a half after that, he'll be wrestling his second match. And then that's it. We're only doing 2 matches tonight. And then tomorrow, they're going to pick up again, I think at 9 a.m. And again, they'll start at 106. But tomorrow, they'll start with the consolation rounds. And so if he wins both of his matches today, he doesn't have to wrestle till a little later in the morning tomorrow. if he wins both of his matches today, he gets a much better seed for the morning. So we're fingers crossed for him winning both of his matches today. He should go in with a certain amount of seeding. They usually seed at least the first top four wrestlers will be seeded. So he may not be deliberately seeded. Usually, what they do is take the best wrestler and match him up with the worst known wrestler, and so on. And so usually Aspen tends to be in the middle, and he gets somebody pretty much of his own same caliber when he goes in for his first match. And then when he wins, it gets a little bit harder on the second round, and then if he wins again, then it gets a little harder on the third round. So, but if he wins both of them tonight, he actually gets an easier seed tomorrow because we only have, like I said, 12 teams wrestling today, but they each have 2 wrestlers per team at each weight class, and so we're hoping that Aspen's not in the same bracket as Adam, and then we're hoping that he will get a good seed to start off with, so that he'll win his first 2 matches, and then he'll get a good seed for tomorrow, so that he can start beating the bad kids again tomorrow. And yeah, here's our SPSL North. It's Auburn, Auburn Riverside, Kent Meridian, Kent Lake, Kent Ridge, Kent Wood, Mount Rainier, Tahoma, and Thomas Jefferson. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 teams that are going to be going. So it's 18. We're starting off with 18-man brackets, and then we have to wrestle down to, he only has to be in the top half to advance to regionals. The SPSL North gets to advance 9 wrestlers each weight class. So we're pretty confident that he's going to make it through this. And then next weekend will be the regionals, where then we have to do all these teams, top and bottom list. And then I think there's a few teams from Peninsula, in the Peninsula district, that we have to wrestle also in the regionals. So today he's already beaten the Mountain View's best wrestler. He's beaten the Kent Ridge kids' best wrestler. He's beaten, I know he's beaten the number 2s at all these other schools. I'm not sure that he's faced their top wrestlers. He hasn't faced the Kentwood top wrestler. I don't think he faced the Thomas Jefferson top wrestler. So I know he's better than at least half of these kids, and that's all he needs to be to advance into regionals next weekend. So let's see if we have any brackets for the SPSL North posted yet. Looks like we've got boys wrestling postseason. Those postseason events have been posted. See, they haven't quite got things on the internet yet, but it's supposed to be launched by tonight. When I got there last year, they had it on Track Wrestling when we got there that night. So it should be ready this evening. They, with illnesses and so on, there's always some flexibility with the teams and who they're sending. So hopefully you'll be able to find us on the Track Wrestling by searching for the popular tournament. Use today's date and state, and that'll give you the choices of the things that are going on in the state, and pick SPSL North sub-district qualifiers. All right, hopefully you'll get to watch it. Okay, and we'll talk to you. I'll keep you updated anyway, but talk to you guys later. Bye.